Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes. It is not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset. Please do your own research and due diligence when choosing what to invest in. Now, on to the analysis.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel, Dad's Market Stats. This is your host, Dad's Market Stats. Now, we were away on vacation for 1 week to Cancun, Mrs. Dad's Market Stats and I. So we weren't able to post any videos this week. However, I did want to show you guys that we did make some moves this week. So as you can see, during this last week, we made a gain of $338. Now, how did we make this gain? Well, if we take a look at Bitfarms, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Bitfarms here. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that's the options. Okay, let's take a look at Bitfarms stock here, ladies and gentlemen. We can see that Bitfarms today closed the week out at $2.01. All right, so what does that mean for us? Well, take a look at the total return today. The total return is negative $624.96. Now, if you remember on my last video, this was at about $800, right? So because we're now at $2.01, right, that means that my total return has increased, okay? Now, I also wanted to show you Bitfarms options that I had, okay? I had two put options that expired worthless. Now, these are the first put options that I sold that expired worthless, okay? You take a look at my options window here. I had two contracts of $2 put options expiring May 24th, and those contracts expired worthless, okay? I'll show you what happened here. I was trying to buy them back last week while I was in Cancun, but as you can see here, I canceled those orders. See, you've canceled your order to buy to close two contracts of Bitfarms $2 puts expiring May 24th in your brokerage account. So I had two contracts, as you can see, right? Never bought them back. This is my history right here. Never bought them back. So those two contracts that I was trying to buy back, right, just as you can see here, they actually expired worthless. So I didn't really need to buy them back because they expired worthless. So that means that those $400 that I had to put up for collateral to sell these two put contracts, well, I'm going to be getting those $400 back, hopefully by tomorrow, Saturday. But if not, I'll be definitely getting them back by Tuesday. Now, Monday next week, the stock market is going to be closed, of course, for Memorial Day, right? So it's going to open back up on Tuesday. So that is when I'll be able to sell another two puts with those $400 that I have freed up from collateral by having those two put options expire on me. All right. So that's excellent news. Now, as you can see here also, ladies and gentlemen, on my Bitfarms here, right? Let's take a look at the history. All right. Let's take a look at my history here. Now, also on May 23rd, which was on Thursday, I did invest another $200 into the stock market, and I was able to sell a put expiring July 19th for $30. Okay, that's right. I sold a $2 put. I invested $200 and I made $30. So how much interest is that I got back by investing $200? Let me do my quick math here. That is 15%. 15% interest that I got back on my $200 investment. Okay, now this expires worthless, then I'll be getting my $200 back from collateral, and I'll be able to keep these $30 that I made. Okay, now by selling this put contract for $30, right? What that essentially means is that I can buy 100 shares of Bitfarms for $170. Okay, $170. But as we can see here now, Bitfarms is trading at $2.01. So definitely, if I end up having to buy the 100 shares, or if I get assigned those 100 shares for $2 each, I would have really been buying them for $170 or $1.70 per share. Okay, so I definitely would be buying them at a discount. All right. Now, as you can take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, that means that so far this month, take a look at my buying power. This is how much money I've made in premiums this month, $233. Okay, I've made $233. Of course, I get charged transaction fees, but it's only pennies, right? You can see here, right? I've sold contracts and I made money, totaling in the amount of $233. Okay, minus the transaction fees. Okay, so altogether now, ladies and gentlemen, I've made $522 since I started using the wheel strategy with Bitfarms. $522. All right, so let's go back here and take a look. Sorry, that's the wrong thing I wanted to click. Let's take a look back here again, ladies and gentlemen, at my total return on the 1,200 shares that I own of Bitfarm stock. Okay, as you can see, there is negative 624, right? But if negative 624, all right, if we add the $522 that I've made selling options, then we're really right now at this moment only losing $102 on my total investment of Bitfarms shares. Okay, so that means that, remember, I don't know if you remember on my last video, I talked about what my short-term goal is now, right? I've already surpassed one of my short-term goals, which was to make more money in premiums this month than I did last month, and I definitely surpassed that goal. Okay, because I made $233 this month, while last month I only made $172. Okay, so I already surpassed that goal. Now my next goal was to be able to cover this total return loss that I have right here. Okay, now I'm $102 away from covering this total return loss. Now remember, in order for me to cover this loss, two things have to happen. Either I can sell more contracts totaling $102, right? Or if Bitfarms goes up to $2.25, right? Or even if it goes up to $2.30, that should be able to allow me to cover this total return loss, because this number will go up. All right. Once Bitfarms share price goes up to $2.25, then my total return would be around $500. So I should be able to cover this total return by that point. But those are the two ways that I'll be able to cover this total return loss. All right. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this was a good week for Bitfarms. As you can see, at the beginning of the week, it was trading at $1.75, and it closed out the week at $2.01. And that is why I also had a good week. All right. So you can see here, my week started off with $3,300, and it's ending with $3,645. So this was definitely a good week, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see here, this is the amount of money that I've made selling options, the passive income that I've made by selling puts and selling calls. Okay. And next week, with the $400 that I'm getting back from collateral, I'm going to sell another 2 puts. So I'm going to be adding more to this passive income that I've made this month selling options. Okay. And not only that, on Thursday when I get paid, I'm also going to be able to sell another put option. So that is really going to be possibly a way for me to cover my total return loss, as I showed you earlier, with my Bitfarms investing. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, see, all we need to do is have a little patience, and this wheel strategy will work out in the end. Now, I've been trying I've been trying to diversify my portfolio by investing in other shares, other companies, okay? I'm gonna let you know specifically which company I've been looking at to use the wheel strategy with. And I'm gonna make another video soon of how I can invest in this company, BlackBerry, using the wheel strategy. But I took a look at the options, okay? Now take a look at the options for BlackBerry, all right? If I wanted to use the wheel strategy with BlackBerry, and let's say I wanted to go out about a month or 45 days, let's take a look at the July 19th, all right? The July 19th expiration date, okay? Notice here, ladies and gentlemen, for me to make $37, right, I would have to invest $3 or yeah, $300 rather, right? So $37 and 300, I would be making 12% return on my investment. 12% return, which is not bad, right? However, I would have to invest $300 to make $37, okay? And that is the reason why I have not been able to sell put options on another company in order to diversify my portfolio. Now, I'm going to talk about BlackBerry in another video coming soon and why I want to use the wheel strategy with BlackBerry. All right. But as we can see, I'm only going to be making 12% if I decide to use the wheel strategy with BlackBerry. And with Bitfarms, all I had to do, right, in order to make 15% return on my investment, all I had to do is invest $200, right? As you can see from this put contract that I sold expiring July 19th, same expiration date as the BlackBerry that I tried to sell. Okay, so this one I only had to invest $200 and I made $30. That's 15% of return on my investment. So that is why I continue to sell options on Bitfarms. All right. It's very hard. It's very hard, ladies and gentlemen, to diversify your portfolio when you're getting this much premium back on your investment. 15% return on my investment. All right. Not far off from 12%, but definitely I would rather make 15% return on my investment than 12%. So you got to look at which option is the best option to sell for each week, right? Even though you want to diversify your portfolio, if it doesn't make sense, don't do it, all right? So that is just my strategy. Of course, you could do whatever you want, but this is the reason why I'm sticking with Bitfarms options for right now. Okay, eventually, once Bitfarms goes back up to $3, $3.50, then I'm not going to be able to sell as much put options with Bitfarms anymore. So then that will be the time when I will most likely be able to invest in another company like BlackBerry. All right. But on another video, I'm going to discuss why I want to choose BlackBerry to use the wheel strategy with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's the video for today. I hope that you enjoyed it and benefited and learned something from it. And I hope that you are also having a good week like I am. As you can see here, my week was phenomenal. I made 10% return or gains this week. All right, this week alone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the video for today. Sorry I haven't been able to put out videos as much this week, but definitely continue to look ahead to some of my next videos where we'll be able to see if I'm able to cover my total return loss, right? Or even finally start making a profit on my investment with Bitfarms and finally be able to complete the wheel with these covered calls, right? So you can see here, this is a $2.50 covered call. And Bitfarms is very close to reaching $2.50. So let's find out stay tuned to find out if I'm finally able to complete the wheel with these covered call options that I've sold. All right. I have next week I have two $3 call options expiring. All right. And we'll see if Bitfarms goes up to $3 or stays at $2 next week, then these options will be expiring worthless as well. All right. Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're having a great week, like I said. And as always,
This has been another video from Dad's Market Stats. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video. If you know someone that can benefit from these videos, make sure to share it with them as well. Until next time, and remember, let's grow together.